What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a minute. Feels like I've been saying that every single time I've made a video. But hey, I've been satisfied with my hi-fi system for a long time. Life keeps going on. Amazing things are happening. But I just haven't been buying any new hi-fi lately. And I'm probably not the only one. We've spent a long time trying to find a good system, and I hope that you finally found it. I know that I have. But I was looking at my system, I was listening to some music earlier today, and I thought, is this a system that I would buy if I was looking for a system right now? I probably wouldn't be buying speakers that I had to build, like the CSS Crichtons. I probably wouldn't have bought a $2,000 subwoofer with the Bowers & Wilkins DB4S. I probably would have bought my Audio-Technica turntable, and I probably wouldn't have bought a 2-watt per channel amp like the Deckware Zen. Am I really happy with my system? Absolutely. But realistically, most people, they're buying their Sony receiver, they're buying their Polk speakers, or whatever's at Best Buy right now. They're buying just the basics. They're going one done. Best Buy, whatever the case may be, Amazon for that matter, and they're like, let me buy it, let me plug it in, and let me forget about it. Set and forget. It took me like 3 years to get to that point. Set and forget. But if I was shopping today, and I'm gonna give us a budget of like $1,500, I feel like that is kind of the entry point for me for where I could be satisfied with my system forever. This is what I'd get. Let me show you. So, I have it loaded up. Let me see. Right here on my computer. Fine, we'll start with this. I don't think I would do records again. Honestly, it's too expensive of a hobby. While I don't love the idea of having access to everything all the time, I don't feel like it's good for my soul. Financially, I think it makes the most sense to get this. This is the Bluesound Node. This is the previous generation that I still use. It works really well. Sometimes it needs updates, and that's about it. But you can get it for $249 right now from audioadvice.com. Enter code OPENBOX and you'll get another 10% off, so $225 for something that I bought as a scratch and dent from Crutchfield for $520 probably 2 years ago. But for $225, you're not gonna go wrong. The thing that I love about this is even if I'm not using playing music, I love this thing for a few reasons. A, it has eARC, which allows me to connect my TV to it. And then I really, really like having a subwoofer out. There's bass management in this, and even if I'm not using it to stream music, using it as a tool to play amazing 2.1 channel and having bass management, it's been irreplaceable in my system. $225, get it. Number two, well, I guess we're just gonna go in no particular order. These are the speaker cables we'll get into, but I've actually found that interconnects or RCAs are actually worthwhile investing in a solid pair. And I have been most happy with World's Best cables. These cables specifically are 3 feet long. They're directional, which you may not believe that's something, but I think with interconnects and RCAs, it actually makes sense. I would get 2 pairs of these because realistically, if you're getting a new system, 2 sources is great. Use one for your Bluesound Node, and then keep an extra pair around. Maybe you'll eventually get a record player, maybe you'll eventually get a CD player, but I would get these as the money that I would spend. I'd buy 2 of them, so it's about, what, $90 or so. Speaker cable. I am not convinced by spending a lot of money on speaker cable. I have bought some $300 speaker cables from World's Best Cables that I have sitting in a box. I have bought the cheap Amazon Basics cables that are coated, like aluminum coated copper something or other. They suck, they're terrible. I have found that with every type of speaker cable that I have had, I enjoy these monoprice bare wire speaker cables, $64 for 50 feet. I use these in all of my systems, even though I technically have better options available in-house right now. But these are the ones that I'm always happy with. If you're just setting to forget it, don't worry about banana plugs. Just connect bare wire to your speakers and to your amplifier, your receiver. These are 12 gauge that I have, and they're rock solid. They have stood the test of time. I've been really happy with them, and I see no reason to spend less money. And I also see no reason to spend more money. 50 bucks can't go wrong. This next one, we've seen it before. This is one of the clearance items that you've seen. Now, this is on eBay right now from Worldwide Stereo. This is a 50 watt per channel integrated amplifier. I have the Riga IO that I use in a second system upstairs, and I love it, but I know that this Brio is better. Now, it's an RCA affair. It has a number of sources, or a number of inputs, things that I love about it. I think the phono stage in this is really, really good. In fact, if I wasn't using the Deckware Zen Triode that has no integrated phono stage, I would be just extremely happy with the Riga Brio's phono stage. I think it's excellent, and I think for by far the majority of people, this is the best bang for buck that you're gonna find. And 50 watts per channel might not seem like a lot, but this is a remarkable amplifier, and you can get it with the code, look at the top, $15 off of every $100. You can get this for 105 bucks. You're looking at about $615 for this open box, but immaculate condition, working 100% well from Worldwide Stereo, which is a great hi-fi company. You can get it from eBay. You feel like you're cutting some corners with that? Maybe, but I think this is an amplifier that's going to last for a very, very long time. And Riga is one of the best stereo hi-fi companies around. Just do some research on how they treat their employees. Do some research on how they make their products in England. Do they source products from outside of England? Probably, but they do it about as well as you can possibly do it for any company. I'm tempted to say that if I ever buy any new hi-fi products ever again, all I'm going to buy is Riga, because I'm that impressed with A, how their products work and how they sound, and B, how they treat their employees, how they treat their customers, how they interact with the world of hi-fi and shoot, the world as a whole. I'm just beyond impressed with this company and what they do and what they add to hi-fi. Last but not least, for Music Direct, it's the only place you can buy these right now. Sadly, it's sold out in black. Well, maybe not sadly, it's no longer available, but these are the Wharfdale Diamonds. These have stayed at the same price for the last 5 years, on sale from Music Direct, $299. They have not increased with inflation. They're still priced at like 2018 price scope. I don't know what the words I'm looking for there, but $299. There's no way they make a speaker like this today and introduce it at $299. There's absolutely no way. I mean, I have the speaker right here. I have this in, I just took it out of my system. I usually am listening to this as an everyday speaker. The Wharfdale Diamond 225 is phenomenal. Not just for the money, it is phenomenal. Between my CSS Crichtons, I've had the CSS Crichtons, I've had these Wharfdales, I've had speakers that cost upwards of $4,000 in my house. I'm looking at you, Harbeth. Honestly, they're great, but for somebody who's just not even getting into the hobby, for somebody that just wants to be satisfied with their music, these Wharfdales are phenomenal. $299 from Music Direct. Also a fantastic company. I love the customer service of Music Direct. So I added this all up. You have the Wharfdale Diamonds. You have the Riga Brio. You use some monoprice speaker cables. You go to Amazon and get some RCA interconnects. Then you go to, Listen Up. I would buy this from Listen Up too. Sorry, doubled up. The Blue Sound Node Listen Up is $299. Listen Up, I think, is a better company than the one that I'm suggesting, but honestly, it's your money. So if you're trying to save an additional 75 bucks, I'd go to Audio Advice and I'd get this open box Blue Sound Node. Total price, and I did the math earlier, you're looking at $1,297.86. And actually, I think that's not including the additional $25 you get off on the Blue Sound Node. So for $1,300, I don't think this is just a starting point for getting into hi-fi. I think this is a standard that anybody can be happy with. Anybody. This is a system that I could love forever and ever and ever. And I say that because I have all of the parts of this system in my house, and I've had them for years, and I enjoy them. And I look at the system that I have here, it's about 5,000 bucks, which don't let anybody fool you into thinking that's cheap. Like, that's not cheap. That's stupid expensive. Nobody should spend that much money on hi-fi. Do I like it? Yeah. But if I could do it again, I would have a great system like I just described to you, spend about 1,300 bucks on it, and I would be done and moving on with the rest of my life. Playing that guitar and that piano, listening to music, hanging out with my family at the dinner table, doing artwork, doing my job as well. Just, this is one thing that I learned about hi-fi pretty quickly. Nobody cares about your system at all except for you. So get a system that sounds great. 1,300 bucks. If you don't love it, there's something wrong with you. All right. Enjoy the music, everybody. Find something that you love and someone that you love and hold on to it because they're worth it. Okay. Have a great day.